My stories are quite often also a bit of a puzzle as well as being a story. So let's see how you do working out the puzzle of this one, okay? And it's called The Tight Spot. Nicholas Munro was in a tight spot. This mission was going badly wrong. First was his failure to decode the message. He knew it would be a challenge, but when he finally found the inscriptions, he could not make head nor tail of the strange scribblings. The decoding machine they'd given him at head office was no use at all. Nicholas had to abandon that part of his mission and move on to his next objective. He located the prison without difficulty and slipped past the guards, just like he'd been taught. The sole occupant of the cell had been surprised to see him. He was speechless and nervous from long captivity, crouching and twitching in the corner of his filthy cell. Nicholas spoke soothingly to him and explained he was here to set him free, but the prisoner gave no sign of understanding. And then came the blow. A new locking system had been installed on the cell door. Nicholas had thrown up his hands in despair, so near his objective, yet so far. He was sitting there, brooding on his misfortunes, when he heard the two guards approach. "I'll be back," he whispered to the prisoner as he slipped out the side door and headed for the nearby wood, sticking to the shadows as he crossed the open expanse. He made it just as the guards rounded the corner. Nicholas hugged a tree, making himself as thin as possible as he weighed his options. He hefted his automatic in his right hand, a comforting feel, until he remembered his one remaining bullet. Nicholas peered carefully around the tree and saw he was about to have possibly his only chance. One of the guards had turned away, shielding his pipe from the wind as he prepared to light it. The other guard was nowhere to be seen. "Now, move!" As Nicholas stepped out from behind the tree, an arm grabbed him from behind. Nicholas shrieked. In one fluid motion, his mother swept him up to her bosom. She noted the bent twig in his hand, held sharpshooter style. "So, young man, who are you today? Flash Gordon saving us all from destruction?" Nicholas danced in his mother's smiling eyes and bathed in the deep contralto of her voice. With the ease of childhood, he waved his wand and transformed her from evil adversary into beautiful princess. She settled him on her hip, and they started up the garden path, Madonna and child, heading for the big brick house. They walked past the smiling gardener, tossing away his match as he got his pipe going well. They walked past the rabbit cage, its sole occupant crouching in the corner, nose twitching. They walked past the sundial, covered in its strange scribblings. On they went, Snow White with her favourite dwarf, King Arthur astride his fiery steed, the Greek goddess consorting with her vassal. They crossed the drawbridge and entered the gingerbread palace.